We have confirmed 319 new cases over the last 24 hours, bringing the total number of COVID-19 cases to 3,720. Of these, 1,357 people have now recovered. One of the new cases we are reporting today occurred in a worker from Sophia Foods in the Calgary zone. To date, this is the only identified case at this plant, so it is not considered an outbreak. AHS is working with the plant to ensure that prevention measures are in place and plant operations have slowed due to the number of staff currently on isolation. AHS is offering testing to all employees, even those without symptoms. I must also report that there have been 2 additional deaths in the province. This brings the total number of lives lost to 68 so far. These 2 additional deaths are the ones that I mentioned yesterday with respect to Brooks, which have now both been confirmed as cases of COVID-19. Because one of these cases was confirmed only recently, it will be reflected in tomorrow's online information, so the total deaths in our official report will read 67 today. We continue to do everything possible to limit the spread of COVID-19 and protect the public health. Some of my biggest concerns at this time are outbreaks in continuing care facilities and the outbreaks in High River and Brooks. There are now 480 cases confirmed in workers from the Cargill meat processing plant and 124 confirmed cases in employees and contractors at JBS Foods. As of today, there have also been 390 cases in continuing care facilities across Alberta. I know these numbers can be alarming. We are working to ensure that every outbreak has aggressive intervention as soon as it is identified, so that it can end as soon as possible. These interventions may be different in different contexts, but for every outbreak, we must identify all cases as soon as possible, identify all locations where spread may be occurring, and put measures in place to stop that spread in all those locations. I want to assure Albertans that these aggressive outbreak measures are being implemented and they are effective. Unfortunately, the long incubation period of COVID-19 means we will continue to see new cases in the days ahead, as exposures that happened before outbreak measures were put in place can continue to result in new cases for up to 2 weeks. These outbreaks are a painful reminder of the ability of COVID-19 to spread rapidly when given the chance. In particular, mass gatherings are a significant source of concern during this pandemic. The weather is finally getting nicer, and I know many of us want to be outside. I have repeatedly said that being outdoors and active is important for both physical and mental health during these tough times. However, we need to remember that a single case of COVID-19 can spread like wildfire in large groups of people. That is why today I want to clarify that the mass gathering restrictions currently in place also apply to all summer events or festivals in Alberta. To be clear, the orders in place prohibit gatherings of more than 15 people. They also require people gathered in groups of fewer than 15 to maintain a distance of 2 meters from one another. Albertans are prohibited from attending any event that would violate these orders. I know summer festivals and events are incredibly important for many people. They provide fun and entertainment in every part of our province, and many people depend on them for livelihood. This decision was not made lightly, but we must do everything we can to prevent the spread of COVID-19. We have seen that festivals and large gatherings hold the potential to be super spreader events, where one sick person can expose many others to the virus, spreading COVID-19 across households, communities, and even large geographical distances. Many event organizers in Alberta have already taken it on themselves to cancel or postpone events this summer, but I also know that others were waiting for clarification from me. By providing this clarification now, I hope that organizers will be able to provide advance notice to help them limit unreasonable expenditures and cancel contracts in a timely manner. Of course, we all have a role to play here. I want to remind Albertans that all of our public health orders and recommendations still apply outside, and they will be enforced. This weekend and in the days ahead, you must avoid large group activities. I also strongly advise against going to summer homes at this time. While we are all eager for a relaunch and wanting to see an easing of restrictions, now is not the time to have people moving through the province and possibly unknowingly spreading the virus. My advice about not going to their summer homes is really specific to right now. So as we're looking at our relaunch and potential for easing measures, that's one of the things that we're going to be looking at, and whether or not that's something that we can ease restrictions on a go-forward basis. So I think the advice that I'm giving right now is based on the fact that we do in certain parts of our province still have significant spread of the virus. And so making people aware that if they are thinking about traveling throughout the province, that travel across distances is one potential way of causing spread of the virus. And so I'm advising that for right now, people not go to their summer homes. But again, part of our relaunch is a hope that we would be able to ease off restrictions such as the ability to visit within the province to places within relatively small distances. But again, that's a future consideration.